She's a southpaw, knocked away. Again, beautiful defense from Sylmar in that deep secondary. Sylmar has won 8 straight games. They're coming in as the hot club.
They are, and it's a rematch. They won the close one in overtime earlier this season. And we mentioned the 20-yard first down. That's why you're not seeing chains out there for you watching the broadcast across the country, wondering where the chains at. It's those neon green cones because of the 20 yards needed for the first down.
And they elect to punt. Obviously, they don't kick in flag football. It's designated, so the ball goes back to the 20-yard line. That's where Sylmar will start from.
Thank you.
And again, it's the 30-yard line on the boys' field, but it's the 20-yard line for the girls. So
yes,
it's first down from the 20.
Hurtado back to pass. She's rolling right. She's going to take a shot. Double coverage.
Big arm, and she overshoots her target, which was Seha. Mia Seha is the player that they really love. She's a senior, 5'5", best wide receiver on the team. Where's number 1? There's Seha.
And we mentioned the 80-yard field, Randy. No run zones are located 5 yards from each end zone. So when you're inside that 5, cannot run it, and then 5 yards from the first down marker as well. So you can run it up until you get 5 yards within first down marker. That one's complete.
Yeah, Hurtado got that ball out of there quickly. Nice throw going over the middle and hitting Jessica Quintero.
We saw Quintero on the one-on-one tackle just a moment ago on defense. Now she comes up with the reception. She's a dual threat, one of our impact players coming into this LA City section championship game, Division I.
Sylmar coming off a semifinal win, 14-6 over Garfield. They actually trailed early, 6-0. Hurtado showing movement in the pocket. That one's incomplete.
And that was just
Seha was the intended receiver.
Just Seha taking her eyes off the ball before she could secure the catch. We like to teach our receivers CTS, catch, tuck, score. That time she tried to tuck it before she caught it. Just took her eyes off it, hence the drop. And it'll be change of possession again going back to Verdugo Hills.
And again, they'll start from the 20-yard line, 80-yard field. Good look at number 7, Macias. Most of these young ladies will play on both sides of the ball. Verdugo Hills on the offense. That means Bella Garabai.
4 wide receiver set. Looks like a whole fake reverse.
You'll see a lot of fakes in the girls' game. It was very well executed. Running with the football was Juliana Sarabia, and Sarabia is their leading rusher.
Nice call by Coach Fitzgerald, Darren Fitzgerald, the head coach, along with assistant coach Matt Nachita, dialing up the fake reverse.
Sarabia has rushed for 4 touchdowns this year. She has a pick 6 in the playoffs. Also plays soccer. A lot of these young ladies play multiple sports.
Love it.
Second down.
Now they will do the reverse. It's going to be a pass. Behind coverage is
Open
Para.
receiver. Yeah, it is Para. Alyssa Para. Did not hold on to the football, however.
Love the play calling on the past 2 plays by Coach Fitzgerald. You do the fake reverse. Previous play, this one reverse pass. And Parra was able to get behind coverage. Just cannot play catch on that one. Got to stay home and discipline in the secondary. Bringing up 3rd and 10 now.
Parra is the deep threat. Again, she plays multiple sports. She's a basketball player. Played on the JV basketball team. 3rd down. Again, they got to reach the 40-yard line.
2 high safety look for Sylmar.
Garabai going underneath. That's a good throw. Nice catch as well by Lauren Brink, who's the leading receiver. She's the go-to target.
Well, it was a good throw, but not a great one, Randy. It was low and behind, and Brink did what I call bailing out your quarterback. Reach back, you see the great hands and the catch. Take a look here. Low and behind, snagged it. Was able to break a couple pulls and get the first down. Tremendous play by Brink.
Lauren plays 3 sports. Here's one underneath as well. Taken in by Walenkin. And they're into Sylmar territory. So our first drive is the Verdugo Hills Dons. They're 10-8 out of the Valley Mission League.
Sarabia with the reception. You see some of the razzle-dazzle with her jukes. Thing you got to watch in this game is flag guarding. You cannot use your hands to get a defender from pulling your flag.
Center is a very prominent position here and is an eligible target.
Uh-oh.
That one was nearly picked. Great anticipation from Sylmar's Garcia. Mars Garcia.
So how about that, Randy? The jet sweep, snap to the receiver in motion, and then the pass Lucky that ball wasn't intercepted on the back end by Sylmar.
Chris, they're very creative, aren't they?
Oh, you got to be. I mean, when you don't have 11 players, you got 7 players. Again, limited field, limited space. It's not only not as long, but it's not as wide. Field only 30 yards as opposed to the 50-yard wide.
Third down play for Garibay.
Ton of time. Double coverage. It's going to be picked.
It is, and it's going to be Sylmar football. Terrific interception by Macias. Madeline Macias, the safety, just a 9th grader.
And Macias with the pick and spiked it. I hope you don't call a flag. I mean, let these girls have fun. You got to be careful here. If you're Garibay into double coverage, he looked right, came back left, and then you see Macias with the pick. Watch this. Boom, she's excited. Good to see no flag on that play for excessive celebration. Let the girls play and have some fun.
I love it that Gil Correa, the veteran official, just said, play on.
Yeah.
Sylmar on the attack, and this one's intercepted. And it goes right back to Verdugo Hills. Garcia with the pick. Dayami Garcia, the linebacker.
Well, Sylmar gives it right back. Hurtado throwing the ball into traffic. You mentioned Dayami Garcia with the pick. Looked like it came out kind of funky out of her hand, too. A lot of traffic on the inside. I think you got to try to keep the ball on the edges, one-on-one. And like we mentioned in the open, partner, getting the ball to your playmakers in space.
Garibay just flares it out into the flat. A little bit of contact there as that one was brought in. Very creative play, though. And catching the football was Emily Wagner. Emily Wagner, junior wide receiver, also the backup quarterback.
Yeah.
And a lady with great hands.
We've already seen her throw the ball. She ran into a very tough Marlene Garcia. These girls got to be careful as well, making an effort to pull the flag and not using their body for a lot of contact.
We've already played 8 minutes. First threat of the game is Verdugo Hills, and it's a run and a reverse fake. And again, very creative play, and running with it is Sarabia.
Had a couple Sylmar players, a little friendly fire, run into each other. Got a player slow to get up. That'll be an official's timeout. I believe that is Seha, number 1, who's down.
Now, did they signal touchdown? Let's take a look.
It's just going to be a little run left to right, fake the reverse, as you mentioned. Sarabia, as you saw the 2 Sylmar players go into each other.
So we have an official's timeout as they work on Seha, Miha Seha, who's just really the deep threat on offense and a great player in the secondary. There's Brooke Kalama, the head coach of Sylmar, and she's excited. She changed up her defense 8 games ago, and she's made some different changes in that secondary, and it's worked.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Randy. Brooke Kalama has done an amazing job as the head coach of the Sylmar team, along with her assistant, Bort Escoto. The time, the effort, energy they put into these young ladies, just as much as we see our LA City section boys teams prepare week in and week out.
So it is 6-0. They're going for the 2 points, and it's caught. Beautiful pitch and catch. 8-0. That's 2 points. You go from the 10-yard line, you get 2. If you go from the 5, it's a 1-point conversion. And again, Verdugo Hills using that aerial attack, and Garibay was right on target.
Yeah, and the misdirection really well to get everyone flowing to one side and then one-on-one with Wagner with the reception and the conversion.
So it's up to Sylmar to look to counter. Again, they go underneath. And a substantial gain and run, and a big play for the Spartans. And with it for Sylmar is Quintero.
Nice ball from Hurtado, put it right between the 1 and 3 of Quintero. And we see this misdirection. So big just to get a backer to move a little bit in one direction. Gives you that space and that window to throw the ball in. You see the determination from Quintero to catch it and get north and south.
Takes it all the way in to Verdugo Hills territory. How about the decision of Darren Fitzgerald to go for 2 immediately?
I like the aggressive play calling.
Timeout taken by the Spartans. I also like the fact that they were able to move the pocket for this fine quarterback, Leslie Hurtado.
And I think that's huge, Randy, especially early in the game, trying to simplify things for both these quarterbacks. When you roll the pocket, you cut the field in half. You don't have to worry about as many reads or safety rotations or the lot of traffic that we've seen in the middle of the field so far, resulting in a couple of turnovers. And then it gives them that run option. If nothing's there, they tuck it and run. So I like the play calling so far, both from Coach Fitzgerald for Verdugo Hills, Coach Kalama for Sylmar, trying to simplify things for their quarterback, each with already one turnover.
There's Brooke talking with her team, always teaching, and there's always teachable moments, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, even in a championship game, it's been quite a season for both of these teams, and it's really the details in this game that's going to help a champion emerge today.
Hurtado under duress. He's fortunate that one didn't get picked. Great pressure up front.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Randy. Very fortunate that that ball is not intercepted. You don't want to throw it, just lob it up in the middle with some of the playmakers in the second level for Verdugo Hills.
Neal was the intended receiver. Hurtado again. This time she hits Neal. Good effort there.
That's how you beat the blitz. You see the rush coming from a few yards off the ball. Good footwork by Hurtado, and then dumps it off to Jaylene Neal, another one of our impact players today.
Third down. They need 10 to move the sticks.
So interesting, Randy. It's an 80-yard field. It's a shorter field, yet you have to go twice the distance to get the first down with 20 yards.
It's a lot of pressure on the offense, doesn't it? Hurtado stepping up.
Wow.
That's a great job of pulling the flag by Dayami Garcia. Number 6 has been on the spot already today in this championship game.
Talk about penetration in the backfield. That's a big TFL, tackle for loss. You had two backs coming in for misdirection. Garcia's not fooled. Look at her discipline on the quarterback and gets a pull. Not easy to get a pull on Leslie Hurtado with the kind of athlete she is. She extends that arm, makes that pull count, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
The book on number 6, Dayami Garcia, she's a great flag puller, and we just saw that.
Oh, yeah.
And you notice how she raised it, showed the officials, I got the flag.
Leave no doubt. Exactly. Get that flag up.
Verdugo looking to run wide. Good effort indeed by Sarabia. Down to 8 minutes remaining, opening half. Verdugo has a touchdown on the board and a 2-point conversion. They're leading 8-0. Randy Rosenblum, Chris Ricks at Birmingham High School history today.
How about this empty set, 5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 to the left side.
They open it up in flag football.
Only thing, maybe a quarterback draw. No, she's going to dump it over the middle, a little dig route, just not able to complete it to Parra.
Yeah, Alyssa Parra was the receiver. Number 7, there's Alyssa. Alyssa's just a sophomore player. She has 7 interceptions on defense, so she gets it done on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, that's what I love about this girls flag football. You're really able to play on both sides and make an impact, offense, defense.
Sophia De La Torre is the center. Very critical spot. And remember, the center is an eligible receiver. That one was up for grabs and nearly intercepted.
All day for Garibay with no pressure from Sylmar. You mentioned that ball almost picked.
Yeah, Seha had a great chance to intercept it.
I think that was Riano on the back end, and we'll flip the field again and go back to Sylmar as they trail 8-0.
I love the fact that they just pick up the football, designate that they're going back to the 20-yard line on the other side, and we don't have to worry about the injuries in the kicking game.
Yeah, sure. Well, we might get to that point in tackle football,
yeah,
partner.
Pretty soon, yeah.
Already know blindside blocks and kickoff returns limited, but it is good for efficiency.
Hurtado showing off that arm. Boy, that was a tight window, and she got it through there.
Yeah, that's Quintero
Beautiful
again.
throw. You're right, it was Quintero. There you saw the arm strength of Leslie Hurtado.
And a good job with her footwork, avoiding that pressure. It's brought right up the middle. I believe that was Jasmine Aquino, one of the key players for Verdugo Hills. And that's something I've noticed more. It's Verdugo Hills bringing more pressure, where Sylmar's been more dropping back in coverage.
Second down play for Hurtado. One's almost caught and nearly intercepted. One of the things, these quarterbacks, they're not afraid to throw it into the, quote, a tight window and into traffic.
Exactly. And that was a dart to Marlene Garcia. She just could not pull it in. Looking at her gloves, need some more stickum. Money down right here, 3rd down for Sylmar.
Yeah, they don't want to give it back to Verdugo, down 8-0 late in the opening half. Hurtado, again, on the move, incomplete. Rushed that one a little bit. Again, the target was Jessica Quintero.
That'll bring up a change of possession again. Another one of the rules you may have noticed here, 3 downs.
Well, the Dons are coming off a big victory in the semis over Cleveland of Racina, 20-15. Sylmar was impressive in their victory over Garfield. Number 5 against number 10. The seats didn't hold up in D1. Of course, it's new for the seating committee as well. Sarabia again rushing the football.
Speaking of the committee, Randy, are you surprised that they don't have 4 downs? It's only 3 downs to drive. Get a 20-yard first down.
I think in many respects it's an experimental year.
Yeah.
You know, whatever they like.
I'd like to see them get 4 downs to get 20 yards. It's tough enough to get 10 sometimes.
It wouldn't be bad to have 5 downs.
All day.
Look at this. Picking out a target. Fine throw to the far side. Garibay showing her arm, and again, she's able to find Emily Wagner.
A little comeback deep on the left side. We see the arm from Garibay.
Well, this is a 3rd down.
This is something I wonder if Sylmar is going to switch up, start bringing pressure on Garibay. She's got all day to throw.
On the target there. Big 3rd down play. Well executed.
Wagner on the jet sweep motion and leaks right out in the flat. Easy pitch and catch from Garibay to Wagner.
And a 1st down, and Verdugo is moving late in the half, up 8-0. 3.5 minutes remaining. Emily Wagner's had a very impactful opening half.
Right now Sylmar in a cover 4, 2 high safeties and soft corners. Fake reverse.
Yep. Wilenkin carrying it, just a junior player. It's amazing how good these young ladies are at pulling the flag. That's not an easy thing to do.
Well, and these 2 championship teams, this is something they practice every single day. You don't take that for granted. You've got drills, you've got competitions, you've got games, just working on locking in, focusing on the hips and pulling those flags, not worrying about the wiggle and what the players do with their upper body, but follow that waistline, follow that flag, and get that pull.
They drop it. Now, if you fumble it, it's dead at the spot.
Yes.
You can't recover the fumble. It's just a dead play right there. I was about to say Darren Fitzgerald has to be thrilled the way his team is playing, especially with the execution. Then they just put the ball on the ground. But again, they would be the, I guess, designated underdog here because they're the lower seed. But he's got an 8-0 lead. He's got his team driving. He still has 2 minutes and change before the break. And the quarterback shows she can run the football as well. Bella Garibay. Now the quarterback can only run the ball once per set of down. But it is a 1st down. Not quite. About 2 yards shy.
And again, we talked about those no run zones. When you within 5 yards of a 1st down or 5 yards of the end zone, it's got to be a pass.
So on 4th down, they are going to elect to go for it. Garibay, there's the pass.
1st down.
She got it. It's a beautiful job. They do a nice job. That's a nice wrinkle moving the pocket for her. And Brink made the catch. Lauren Brink with the great hands, number 11.
That's 2 crucial receptions by Brink. Very sure-handed. You see the speed.
Well, if Verdugo could put this one in, they'd feel pretty good going into halftime. Across the middle. Running again with the football. Number 13 is Sarabia. They like to get her the ball.
Yeah. Sarabia probably has the most touches so far. She's always made the first defender miss, just with her shiftiness and her speed.
You have 2 timeouts per half. We'll see if they start to think in terms of utilizing one of those timeouts with a minute to go. Lauren Brink going to throw the football. It's caught. That's a touchdown. What a throw by Lauren Brink. And Verdugo Hills able to find Wagner again.
Reverse pass. I didn't think it was going to have the distance, Randy, to clear Jessica Quintero, but just enough. We'll take a look. You're going to fake to the right here, reverse, and that's not enough. We're going to pass it. Thought it was going to come up short, and Quintero was going to have a chance, but right over her fingertips, and Wagner able to pull it in for the score.
And they get in for one on the extra point. And Verdugo Hills, surprisingly, out to a 15-0 lead.
Wow.
And they scored with just 53 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, the razzle-dazzle. They've had reverses. They've had fake reverses. They've had reverse passes. And then 2 for 2 executing their extra point conversions. Sylmar, money drive right here with about a minute to go.
Remember, they played in October on the 26th, and Sylmar won 18-12. That one's tipped and intercepted. Verdugo doing everything well. And they'll have field position with 40 seconds left. Emily Wagner doing everything.
It was in the hands of Ceja. Great ball from Leslie Hurtado, but Mia could not pull it in. We'll see when we get another look at it. Some great shots so far from our camera crew.
Emily Wagner having a great opening half.
Take a look. That's after the pull. Wagner has been getting it done on both sides of the ball. Sarabi again off the left side, showing the speed.
Yeah,
Chunk
Verdugo
yardage
could
on
get
first
one
down.
in the end zone here, Chris. This could be devastating to Sylmar. They're already back 15-0. Verdugo with a wonderful opening half.
Exactly. Sylmar's not going to get the ball back in this first half, but you've got to stop Verdugo Hills from getting a score before the halftime. And you know that Coach Fitzgerald is going to be aggressive. They just got chunk yardage. They're going to have 2, maybe 3 plays left. Expect them to take some shots.
Keep in mind the 10-yard line on this big field is the end zone. And it is stop clock. Another deep ball. Incomplete. Wanted Brink again.
And we're going to have a roughing the passer in the backfield on Garibay.
That'll edge it a little closer to the Sylmar goal line.
Good pressure brought from Jane Lee Neal, one of the defensive stars for Sylmar. Went up to bat the ball, just followed through a little too aggressively and got Garibay in the face. So good job by the referees protecting the quarterback. And that'll be a first down for Verdugo Hills, knocking on the door again.
Keys coming in for Verdugo. Don't turn it over and pull flags. They've done it well so far. Another quick throw behind the receiver. For 7 was the target. That's Alyssa Parra.
Little hitch route. Just a misfire from Garibay. There was enough space on Parra. Just threw that, like you said, a little too far outside. You'd rather it outside rather than inside and risk tip or interception, but that would have been at least 6 yards on an easy completion. So missed opportunity there for Garibay.
Second down, just 23 seconds left in the half.
I think you get her out of the pocket, give her that pass run option.
Bella's going over the middle. Taking what the defense gives you.
And that was not a coincidence, Randy. That was designed. You fake the swing pass to open up that middle, get the linebackers going horizontally, and that opened up that window for Wagner.
Boy, and Wagner and Brink, they have 2 targets that are getting open.
Yeah.
They did call a timeout to kill the clock with 15 seconds left.
See if we can get another look at this at the timeout of that last play. That wasn't going through a progression. That's designed. Faking the swing pass.
Darren Fitzgerald talking to his Dons. He's got to be thrilled. He was the boys football coach at one time at Verdugo Hills, so he knows a lot about the sport, although there are different wrinkles.
He does, but the scheme-wise, Coach Fitzgerald knows how to attack a defense, loves the game, loves the student athletes at Verdugo Hills. You mentioned coaching the boys in the past, and now passing on his knowledge and love for the game with these young ladies.
Emily Wagner, who plays softball and volleyball, has been big so far this afternoon for Verdugo Hills. Number 9 on the flanks.
So they're on the 1, can't run it, got to throw it.
Looking for another score. Quick pass, there's the strike. There's another touchdown for Verdugo Hills. They execute to perfection. And again, it's Wagner.
Yep, and Sylmar's just in a zone defense, and Wagner just goes and sits down in that soft area, in that void. That's an easy pitch and catch for a touchdown. We'll talk more about it at halftime, but looking at that second half, I think Sylmar's got to start bringing pressure and just going some man-on-man best coverage. You can see zone, a lot of open space. Wagner just sits right between two defenders. And an accurate ball from Garibay for a third touchdown for Verdugo Hills.
Not shocking that Verdugo has the lead. The spread right now, 21-0, is a bit of a surprise. Again, this is a Sylmar team that defeated Verdugo Hills earlier, 18-12 in overtime, and has come in here on an 8-game winning streak. Nobody's done this to them in recent weeks.
Well, you know, they say the adage in sports, you've heard it for years, Rand, you've been doing this a long time. I mean, it's hard to beat a team twice, right? You know, and the team that lost, in this case Verdugo Hills the first time, they look at the game film, they're motivated. You don't get a chance at an opponent very often, a team that beats you, so they know, hey, we've got another chance to beat a team in a championship game. And they showed up to play. Right now, Sylmar's looking for answers. They've run into the buzzsaw so far. That is Verdugo Hills.
They're going to go for 2 points. Why not? They have confidence in the way Garibay is slinging it. Why not? Here they're going to reverse it and throw it, and they get another 2. Brink with the reception. The execution level of Verdugo Hills is sublime in this opening half. In the final 10 seconds, they've opened up a 23-0 lead.
Well, partner, 2 players that showed up to play in this championship game is Emily Wagner and Lauren Brink. You do the jet sweep, she gets the snap directly, rolls out to the right, and a dime in the back of the end zone to number 11, Lauren Brink. Double coverage puts it us or nobody back in the end zone, and we see the hands again of Brink, 3 for 3. Very sure-handed.
And for Verdugo Hills, the final seconds. Hurtado taking off, a nice gain, but well, that's not going to get the job done before we go to the intermission period. That's the end of the half. It's a 23-0 ball game.
Wow.
Oh, Verdugo Hills stunning. The number 10 seed in D1 is in great shape in this historic game, the first ever LA City Section Championship game presented by Pacific Surfliner. 23-0 at the break.
Hi, sweetie. When do you think you'll get here?
Friday commutes. You know how they are.
Okay, we'll drive carefully. See you in a few hours?
More like half an hour. I'm actually on the train.
Oh, that's a nice surprise. See you soon.
See you soon.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
You're watching LA36, television dedicated to lifelong learning.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, Mom. I'm on my way home now.
Great. How's traffic?
Like you wouldn't believe.
Oof. Should I call you back?
Nah, just making a quick stop now.
Good. When do you think you'll get here?
Friday commutes. You know how they are.
Okay, we'll drive carefully. See you in a few hours?
More like half an hour. I'm actually on the train.
Oh, that's a nice surprise. See you soon.
See you soon.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you've smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Been a lot of fireworks in the first half, especially for Verdugo Hills, partner. And then we saw the defense as well. Verdugo Hills has been getting it in an offense with a passing game, and then we see the pressure from Para, and then some razzle-dazzle scheme-wise with reverses, reverse passes, fakes, and they paid off so far. But it's
what about this
Sylmar,
pressure they put on Hurtado?
That's the thing we talk about. It's the pressure that they brought that's forced Hurtado to make some ill-advised errors, and then Emily Wagner's just all over the field on offense, defense, touchdown catches, passes, and then the interception. And then they've been doing a good job in the red zone, if you will, as well. Goal line, short yardage, converting. So really good job play calling wise by Coach Fitzgerald, and then execution, especially from a couple playmakers we mentioned in Emily Wagner and Lauren Brink.
Yeah, Lauren Brink is sensational. And what you love about the Verdugo Hills girls, they are so sure-handed, both Brink and Wagner. When you get the ball in the neighborhood, in the area code, they're going to bring up a grab for you.
Yeah, and the biggest thing they're doing is playing with confidence, Randy. When you lose a game to an opponent early in the season, you could come in maybe a little timid and start a little slow. Verdugo Hills did not do that. They came in fast, attacking. It looks like Sylmar is a little more tentative. And again, they don't know what they've run into so far, being down 23-0.
Chris, this is a shorter halftime. Obviously, if you're Verdugo Hills, you want to play immediately. If you're Sylmar, not a lot of time to adjust.
Exactly. You mentioned it. Not a lot of time to analyze things. Again, the key things for me, halftime adjustments. Number one, Sylmar, bring pressure. Do not let Bella Garibay go through her reads and sit back there and allow the receivers to get downfield behind coverage, because Garibay has an arm. And they've got to protect the football. You know, we've had some turnovers early on, but the biggest thing, I think, is bringing pressure on Garibay, the Verdugo Hills quarterback, that's done a tremendous job so far.
The good news for Sylmar, they have the football to start. We're ready to go. The back 20. Will the Spartans mount a dramatic rally? Hurtado taking off. And again, good flag pulling. That was one of the keys for Fitzgerald's team. And it was Lauren Brink that got out there and pulled the flag.
Yep, number 11, Brink, getting it done on both sides of the ball as well. And we see not only the arm, but the speed of Hurtado getting out to the edge and getting a lot of yards on first down.
Leslie Hurtado, 5'3", 17 years of age, piloting the Sylmar team. And again, when you're down 23, you know that clock's moving fast. It's a running clock. They need to make the possession count. When the ball goes on the ground, it's dead right there. Tremendous pressure from the inside from Mane Haratunyan.
Nice. Yeah, you saw the pressure brought that time, and Hurtado tries to get a little pitch behind to her teammate, but it's not accurate, and a big loss.
Third down and very long for Sylmar. They can ill afford to give up the ball early in this second half.
One high safety look for Verdugo Hills.
Here comes that pressure again. Deep ball, incomplete. Well covered on the back end. Intended for Seha, but she was blanketed beautifully by Sarabia.
Yep, Sarabia, the one high safety, does a good job reading the eyes of the quarterback that time, floating over in coverage and making it uncomfortable for the receiver to pull it in, and we'll have a turnover on downs again.
In essence, it's 3 and out.
Yep.
And that's not what Sylmar wanted coming out of the break. And now Verdugo sitting very pretty.
Again, getting back to my point in the first half, I could maybe understand 3 downs to get 10 yards, but to get 20 yards, double first down difference than typical football, you got to give him at least the 4 downs looking ahead in the future.
Chris Ricks is protesting these rules. He doesn't like them. See if they can do anything to slow down Bella in the second half. And Bella showing us she can run with it. Flag pulled by Jaylene Neal.
Garibay with the feet as well on the fake jet sweep right to left. Takes it on her own. Able to pick up about 6.
She is athletic, Bella. Strong arm, as we all know, but she can run with it. On the outside, Wellington turned the corner quickly. She got out there. In fact, it was Sarabia that carried it, number 13.
Well, Sylmar starting to bring some pressure, but it's a little late. It's already by the time that Sarabia has it on the outside, so the pressure ineffective. I think they've got to come sooner and try to get in the face of Garibay, whoever's in the backfield.
Getting that little quick pass. Why is that so difficult to defend?
Well, because you've got the momentum of the jet sweep person. In this instance, it's Emily Wagner, and she's able to just to get that step in front of number 16, Jasmine Quintero, who was in good coverage, but just enough, and a great pass from Garibay, resulting in big chunk yardage.
4th down, less than 2, and they're going for it. That's a designated pass, and it's good enough for the first down. Very clever play.
Verdugo gets the first down.
Nice first down conversion for Verdugo Hills.
And they're occupying the ball, Chris, here, melting that clock down.
Exactly. Remember, it's a non-stop clock here. It's not a quarter, it's a half. So this is all you got.
Another run that goes wide. Down the sideline, and with it again is Sarabia. Touchdown, Verdugo Hills. The route is on.
Wow.
They're making it look easy.
Juliana Sarabia out in space. We talked about it in the open. Just a little handoff to the running back. Fake reverse. Gets a defense to hesitate just a step. Breaks 1, breaks 2, 3. And then the last one just not fast enough to get to number 13. House call for Sarabia.
Yeah, she's quick. That's her 5th touchdown of the year. On offense, she has a pick 6 on defense. False start will set them back. There's nothing slowing down Verdugo Hills in our D1 championship game, leading 29-0. They're 15 minutes away from the first ever flag football championship in the LA City section.
And do you think some of these girls might want to play in that 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles, partner?
I think more than just some of them. They probably all would love to play. Pass downfield. Finally, some solid defense on the back end, and they're denied. But 29 is a huge number. We did not expect this kind of game. The Dons are on fire today. The weather held up. Earlier we thought we might have some rain this afternoon in Lake Balboa. It is overcast, but no wet stuff coming down, so that's great.
Yeah, and you and I, we've done games all around the country. How fortunate these girls are to be in late November in shorts and a t-shirt playing football.
Hurtado's not happy about being behind 29-0. He misfires there.
It's a good ball, just Quintero not able to pull that one in. Right now, it's really just a matter of confidence. I mean, Sylmar has not been in this situation all season, and they just don't know what to do right now. All you can do is get your first score of the game. We've seen crazier things happen, and again, it's a nonstop clock, but one thing you definitely don't want to do in the championship game is get goose-egged. So, got to get some big, chunky yardage, got to take some shots, and get something on the scoreboard here, approaching 13 minutes in the ballgame.
Yeah, if they're going to somehow get back into it, they need to score on this possession, but they're just not on the same page. Seha was the target But the ball really wasn't all that close to her.
And Coach Fitzgerald and the coaching staff for Verdugo Hills has done a good job, not just offensively with the game plan, but defensively. If you're able to see, they're really far back. I mean, they're 20 yards off the ball, but 2 high safeties, and they've kept everything in front of them.
They need 20 yards here to get a first down. And again, not a hookup. And you can see Brooks a little upset with her team. And it's just not working. You see Borda Scotto has won 3 city championships as a basketball coach at Sylmar, and they have a bewildered look on their face.
Yeah, they've got a player down. I think that is Hurtado. Possible roughing the passer, but it looks like they're going to wave it off. I think you're going to have at least an injury timeout, make sure she's okay.
So it's 29-0. The clock does stop, obviously, for the injury with 12:45 remaining. And a number of players that have stood out for Verdugo Hills. Certainly Garibay, the quarterback. Emily Wagner, number 9, has been sensational. Lauren Brink, number 11, has been great. And Juliana, number 13, Sarabia, has had a very big football game as well for the Verdugo Hills Dons, who came in here just 10-8. But they're looking for their 4th consecutive win. And fortunately, the player's up and appears to be okay as Hurtado's coming to the sideline.
I think that might be Jaylene Neal. Hurtado still in the game.
Yeah, Hurtado is in there, and it was Neal who went out. This is Hurtado. Nice effort there. Flag's pulled right about the 40-yard line. Yanking it out was Garcia.
I don't think we've talked about it enough, partner. I mean, how cool is it to see these high school girls playing flag football, getting after it? I mean, it is amazing to see.
And again, you have to realize, it's new for these young ladies. A lot of them coming from other sports, and it's taken them a while to adapt.
And listen, it's not like these girls haven't played sports before. We've got soccer players out here. We've got lacrosse. We've got field hockey. We've got basketball.
Softball, volleyball, they're all out there.
But just such a different element to see them out here on the gridiron, competing, pulling flags, spinning, jumping. It's just really cool to see. I think this has been long overdue, and this is just the beginning.
The execution level hasn't been there for Sylmar. On the other side, Verdugo has been perfect nearly. And the short pass, and the flag is finally pulled. Running hard again was Quintero. She's got quick feet. But again, it's going to take big plays for Sylmar if they're going to have any chance in the final 12 minutes to make a ball game of this.
Great job by Hurtado avoiding pressure. And then you saw Quintero there with the sure hands that she's shown all season. Almost took it the distance. Maybe a touchdown saving pull on the back end by the Dons.
First down for Sylmar, so they keep it going. Caught, there goes Seha. What a catch by Seha.
How about the pass? That was a dime. Perfect spiral, nose up, nose down, tight coverage, and Seha just locks in, goes and high points it. Let's take a look. You have Hurtado, little run fake, pressure in her face, right between 2 defenders. And Mia Seha goes up and gets the rebound, almost scores. A touchdown-saving pull by Maine on the back end. Manai. Artunian.
Yeah, she pulled it, or it would have been a touchdown. That was into traffic. Dangerous throw. Again, Seha was the receiver.
We go right back to number 1. That's one that she's going to want to have back right through her hands. Would have been a touchdown.
Well, she's their best receiver. Very athletic and smart. A 5'5" target on the outside. Second down and principally goal to go. They're just a couple yards away. Sylmar trying to get their first score of the championship game. There's the throw. There's the catch. Seha has a TD.
Perfect ball from Hurtado. You had Emily Wagner underneath. Would have been a pick 6 if that ball is not thrown up and away exactly where you want that ball as a quarterback. Beautiful pass from Hurtado. And Seha finishing what she started on this drive. And you got Sylmar on the board, partner.
Well, they had to start somewhere. They had the situation where they had to get a touchdown on that drive, and they did. Now they need to convert these extra points.
Got him.
Wide open. That was easy. Perfect strike. Again, it's Sylmar.
Good play design. You overload everyone to the right. It's almost like a tight end hide on the left side. You'll see it on the right side of the screen. She looks right. Well, this was the touchdown. Look at that ball. Perfect location. Otherwise, Wagner is gone to the house with a pick six.
Could have been the extra point. It was the same result of the same player.
Yeah.
Number one, Sylmar.
Now, here's the tough thing. You can't onside kick it.
No, you can't.
So now your defense has to get the stop if you're going to get it back. Another element that's different here from traditional football to girls flag. You can't do an onside kick and try to get the ball back right away.
And that was a 1-point conversion. They didn't go for the 2. It was a quick run and a quick pull and a short gain for Verdugo. Are you surprised they went for the 1 there, back by 29-6 at the time?
Yeah, a little bit, but I think that they see the time, the points. They're just trying to get a point on the board, trying to chip away as best they can.
Second down for Verdugo, who's in no hurry. Clock is their ally.
It's a nice pull from Macias on the last play. Penalty flags down.
Incomplete pass. And again, it won't stop the clock. Intended for Sofia Delatorre, the center. I love the fact, and it's a false start, I love the fact that you could throw to the center.
Oh, absolutely. Delatorre just couldn't pull that one in.
Even though it's an incompleted pass with the running clock, you can see it's moving forward. They will get the stop clock at 2 minutes.
Yep. Well, it was a false start on Verdugo Hills. It stopped for a second, but they reset it, and that's why we see the clock running again.
If you're Sylmar, you really want to create turnovers.
2 high safety look, 3 underneath.
Garabai for the deep one, and it's picked off. Speaking of turnovers, this is what Sylmar needed. Sylmar on defense gets the job done.
Well, an unforced error there by Garabai. She's going to roll left and throw it all the way to the far right side of the field. She doesn't see the safety in Sylmar. She's trying to hit Brink up the right side. It's underthrown, and Sylmar is on the spot to make the pick, almost with the pick six. Surprised at that decision by Verdugo Hills.
And quickly, Sylmar back to work. Into and out of the hands of Garcia. Mars Garcia. Marlene, but they call her Mars Garcia, wide receiver cornerback.
Man, Verdugo Hills only had 6 on the field. They ran someone on late. And look at Sylmar right back on the ball.
Yeah, you got to go quickly with that clock running. Hurtado takes a few. Basically pulled up and stopped.
Yeah, she heard something from her head coach and Coach Kalama, but slowed down during the play. Surprised to see that.
Clock is stopped for the moment with 7:23 to play. There's Kalama and Escoto on the sideline. Sylmar in there, hurry up. And the clock now resumed. Open target, Sylmar. Touchdown, Sylmar. Here come the Spartans. Sylmar with 2 touchdown receptions in the second half.
Wow, great route by Sylmar. She gets behind coverage and between the safeties, and look at this perfect ball from Hurtado. And then you see the playmaking ability by number 1 in Mia Sylmar to get in the party box.
I like that, the party box, huh? Is that your term?
That's not an original.
Okay. Sylmar trying to get another point here, and there's the pitch and catch. And again, it's Sylmar. She's unguardable right now.
I mean, right now, if I'm Verdugo Hills, I'm going double coverage, bracket on Sylmar. I mean, she is finding space, and you know the chemistry that her and Hurtado have had all year. Got to keep your eyes on number 1. She gets the interception to get the ball back. Couple huge receptions. Another shot added here. Take a look at the left side of your screen. Good job with the eyes. And then right in the middle between defenders, and then Sylmar doing the rest.
Suddenly it's Sylmar executing, trying to make this a ball game. And Verdugo showcasing that running game.
Got a 2-score game, partner.
We do. But if you're Sylmar, again, it's about creating turnovers. They got one from Sehan. They turned it immediately into a score.
Well, and although Bella Garibay is playing with tremendous confidence, too much confidence on that last drive by throwing it up across the field. Right now, I think you run the ball. When you have that running opportunity, you throw short game, dump it out of the backfield, keep the ball inside, and keep it away from those safeties. Right now, Sylmar in a two-high safety look, so they're each covering half of the field. That leaves the middle of the field open. You want to attack the middle, short control passing game, keep that game clock running, and don't take any chances, especially in the area of number 1, Mia Seha.
You know, it's interesting about this game. You had Verdugo Hills, which was just blowing them off the field. Dominating, getting receivers open. Sylmar couldn't do anything. Something just clicked in for the Spartans, and now in the last 7-8 minutes of clock time, they've been precision.
Yeah, well, we saw Verdugo Hills. We mentioned it. They came out ready to play. They started fast. Sylmar started slow. The second half, it's like a completely different team.
Yeah, it was 29-0. Certainly they woke up, did the Spartans.
Well, and another factor is you've seen some substitution for Verdugo Hills. When they have that huge lead, you start to get a little comfortable. You want to get everyone in the championship game. They've had some subs and haven't been as effective. Now you see the starters back in the game for the Dons.
Garibay back to the air. That short passing game has been effective all day long. We'll bring up third down. We're taking a peek at that clock. As you can see, 5:15 remains. Spartans trying to make a miracle rally happen in Lake Balboa.
Getting the ball in the hands of your playmaker, Sarabia.
Another pitch and catch.
It's Emily Wagner, playmaker.
And she ran into Seha, 2 principals in this game, and unfortunately Emily is not getting up.
Yeah, and that did not look intentional. You're going for a pull. You got a couple athletes running into each other. As you take a look at Garibay out in the flat, that play we've seen all day long. Jet sweep, get some momentum. See them going for the pull. Just get tangled up. She goes down hard. You hope that Emily Wagner is okay because she's had quite a day.
Well, you can see we're under 5 minutes to play, and Darren Fitzgerald's team, despite the last couple touchdowns by Sylmar, is in a great position to win the title. And I'm sure he's telling his girls, hey, you can't let up. We still have nearly 5 minutes left. And for Brooke on the other side, Brooke Kalama, she's got a great basketball background. She won championships as a player.
Yep.
She was an outstanding player in basketball. She's taking over this flag football program, has done a terrific job, and she's trying to push this team to come all the way back. We're going to take a break. It's 29-14 as they attend to Emily Wagner. It's all Dons at this point, but Sylmar looking to rally on LA36.
Hi, sweetie. When do you think you'll get here?
Friday commutes. You know how they are.
Okay, we'll drive carefully. See you in a few hours?
More like half an hour. I'm actually on the train.
Oh, that's a nice surprise. See you soon.
See you soon.
Working on Emily Wagner. Glad to see that she's sitting up. And, you know, Chris, this is not tackle football, but there is contact, isn't there?
Absolutely. I mean, just like Coach Kalama sees in basketball. Is basketball a tackle sport? No, but a lot of contact. Same thing here in girls flag football. They don't have pads. They cannot tackle, but as we've seen today, there is a lot of contact. This is a physical sport. As you see Sylmar going just to pull some flags, you got a little collision, and Emily Wagner is still down. So anyone that thinks this is just soft flag football pickup, you know, at recess, at lunchtime, no, this is highly competitive girls flag football, and there is contact and there is injuries.
Well, the good news is Emily's up and she's walking to the bench on the far sideline, so that's really nice to see.
And this is where, if you're Verdugo Hills, you say, hey, let's step up and get our teammates back. Wagner has had a heck of a ball game. Now it's next girl up. Who's going to step up? And let's finish this thing for a championship for Emily.
Well, when Wagner made the grab, she picked up the first down, which is going to make it mighty difficult for Sylmar to rally all the way back.
The clock is running. Look at them just milking it right now. Coach Fitzgerald on the side just, hey, take your time.
Again, you can't turn the ball over by fumbling, but it does kill the play.
Yeah, well, fake reverse, and that's just two teammates not being on the same page with the reverse. Someone's got to go inside, someone's got to go outside. They both go inside. You have a little collision, the quote-unquote fumble, ball dead, but a missed opportunity. there would have been some big yards that time for Aquino. She had some speed, would have got at least 5 on that carry.
Yeah, Jasmine is a very fast, smart player, runs hard.
It's going to be a Charlie horse partner. That's why she's going to the sideline. Got a knee to the thigh board.
Second down play, but you see the clock. 3:45 left. Verdugo by 15 points here.
There,
and the end around is, again, they used Hera Tunyan, number 12. Monet Hera Tunyan, sophomore player.
They're going to get that flag guard on Monet. She was making a juke and then put that left hand down, trying to restrict it. And a lot of it's just instincts. A lot of times, Randy, these girls aren't trying to do that because they know it's a rule that you can't flag guard. But, you know, you do it in practice, and it's just kind of instincts to try to break the tackle. And that's going to march them back 5.
Third down play. So, again, Sylmar trying to get the ball back for their offense. Down by 15. It's multiple possessions and only 2:50 left. And as Chris alluded to, Bella's in no hurry. Didn't want to snap it until she has to. Again, they don't want to jeopardize putting the ball in the air. Garibay ran with it. And a good flag pull there. It will be 4th down.
Remember, you can run it as much as you want. It's just when you get in that 5-yard zone, when you need 5 yards or less to get the first down, you have to pass it. And then also when you get to the goal line, if you're within the 5-yard line, between the 5 and the goal line, you can't run it. You got to throw it. So if I'm Verdugo Hills, I just keep running it and let that clock go.
Sylmar with the timeout. Still with 2:25 left. You know, miracles do happen. And there's no reason for Sylmar not to believe it can happen for them. Yeah, we want to take a look at one of the beautiful plays that we just witnessed here in this initial championship game in the LA City section. You see how they move it around, and it was Sarabia going the distance.
Just a simple run right to left, but when Sarabia gets to the edge, the all-out speed to beat 4 Sylmar defenders who are quick themselves, and it's a house call for number 13.
13's a lucky number, right? The only thing better is 16, your number.
Well, she's got my vote for MVP if Verdugo Hills comes out on top, because she's got it done on both ends of the ball offensively, and then we see her at the safety position, not making it easy for Hurtado in the passing game today.
I would say Emily Wagner's in that conversation as well.
Yeah.
Here's Hurtado's throw, and it's caught. This one's going. A great flag pull at the end, but what a catch and run by Garcia. Mars making the play. Don't go wandering off. Sylmar starting to believe.
I thought Sarabia was going to have the pick. She was right there. Looked like it went through her hands. How about a touchdown-saving tackle by Alyssa Parra?
Some rally from Leslie Hurtado and company. She's winding up and throwing again, incomplete. She targeted Mars Garcia again.
Well, Sylmar keeps bringing those 2 offensive players in the backfield for a fake, but I can't remember that they've ever handed it off. So it's not really doing anything to full Verdugo Hills. I'd get a couple more receivers out in the routes.
Hurtado again firing. Knocked away beautifully. It was intended for Seha, but there's number 13 again, the young lady you think should be the MVP. Juliana's been everywhere.
I mean, is it Juliana Ramsey, Juliana James? I mean, she is all over the field on the back end.
Third down play for Sylmar. Just dumps it down nicely to Macias. Macias getting creative. Remember, if you get to the 10, that's where the goal line is.
Oh, and I'm surprised Macias didn't keep running to the edge. It looked like she had the angle. A couple Don defenders ran into each other. She chose to cut it back. She might have got to that left pylon if she just kept running.
Last chance for Sylmar. This is 4th down. They have to have it. They go underneath again. And I think she got in.
Wow.
Touchdown. What a move. Great play by Jasmine Quintero.
It's the jersey number, Randy Rosenblum. It's that 1-6, getting it done.
Love it. You love the 16. Quintero, I thought she was going to get pulled at about the 12 or 13, but she got in. And remember, now we're inside of 2 minutes, so we're in a stop clock game. The throw, no good. It still stays at 2 possession games despite Ceja laying out trying to get it.
Great ball, us or nobody from Hurtado. Tremendous effort by Ceja laying out. Just not able to pull it in. Look at this, 2 defenders there. I'm like you, I thought she was going to get pulled right there, and you see the speed from Quintero to get the edge and break the pull. Sylmar not going down without a fight. I love it, partner.
Down 29-0. They've shaved it to 29-20. They're going to probably run out of time.
Yeah, they needed that conversion
they
there.
They really did, but you got to love how they've come back.
Instead of a 1-possession game, it's a 2-possession game.
And Verdugo now, all they have to do is run plays. Nice flag pull there. They're quick to react on defense. That was a beautiful play by Wolf. Good look at Michaela. She gets a lot of flag pulls for the Sylmar defense. She has all season long. So we're inside of a minute.
No need to throw it here if you're Verdugo Hills. Hand it off. Get out of here with the championship. Don't
because
take any
it
chances.
will stop the clock if it's an incomplete pass inside of 2 minutes. So you're right. You want to run the football. And Sylmar knows that, so they're up close to the line, so it's difficult to try to establish the ground game, but they just want to run the clock.
Yeah, I think you're going to get maybe an unsportsmanlike conduct, not going for the flag, or it could be a flag guard. It didn't look like to me that there was anything malicious on the defense. It looked like they were going for the pull. You got a Sylmar player down. So maybe a flag guard. Looks like that's what it's going to be. They're going to back him up 10 with the flag guard on Sarabia.
Well, Verdugo Hills just 10-8 this year.
They don't look like a 10-8 team.
No, they don't. The way they executed through 3/4 of the game was to perfection. And again, credit to Sylmar too, and to Coach Kalama and Coach Escoto to get him going late to make what looked like a rout give us some suspense at the end of the game.
This is tough because if Sylmar does lose, you're going to look at it at 2 ways, partner. Hey, we didn't give up. We fought to the end. But, man, what if we weren't in that 20, something point deficit in the first half at halftime? As you see Jasmine Quintero get up, she was going for the pull. Looked like a little collision. That might be a knee or a Charlie horse as well. Glad to see her up walking. Still a little slow.
They're thinking, on the Sylmar side, if we had another opportunity to play this team, the way we're performing now, the way we're executing, this is why we were the higher seeded team. But again, it was Verdugo Hills that came in here, made a statement, built a huge lead, and there was just too much to overcome for the Spartans.
23-0 at halftime. Sylmar has held Verdugo to just 1 score in the second half. They put up 3 scores. Again, it's a matter of, like you said, just running out of time and not enough production in that first half. Completely different team in the second half, though. It's been fun to watch Sylmar fight back.
Yeah, they just want to run the football, and that's what Bella does. You can see the clock is running. And for Sylmar, it has to be greatly disappointing. They've come so far with this wonderful 8-game winning streak. And all these girls teams have not had a lot of experience, so they've gotten better and better throughout the years. Sylmar really was excited about this opportunity, especially with the winning streak. But they just ran into a buzzsaw in Verdugo Hills, who just executed so well for a long period of this championship game.
Well, yeah, they started fast, and that's what you want to do in any game, but especially in a championship game. You want to get that momentum, that confidence, and that's what the Dons came out with. It started with the aggressive play calling by Darren Fitzgerald, not just offensively, but defensively, bringing that pressure on Leslie Hurtado in the passing game.
Good to see Emily Wagner up and around and walking.
Yes.
In good spirits. She had a great game, got injured, but she's going to get a championship ring today.
And it doesn't hurt as much when you win.
Had they made that conversion, it'd be a little more intriguing here, wouldn't it, with 18 seconds left? Because Sylmar is going to have another shot. They can't win the game, but what an effort.
Yeah, it would have been a 1-score game. Now it's not with a 9-point deficit.
Let's see, Hurtado still trying to make things happen, throws it up for grabs, and That one could have been intercepted by Brink. And they are on the brink of a championship.
Yeah, they can taste it. They can smell it now with 12 seconds to go. And you can just see it on the faces of Sylmar. Just too little, too late, unfortunately, for these young ladies that have had a tremendous season and a tremendous second half, winning the second half in this championship game.
The Division I LA City Section Championship. Final 10 seconds. Here's a quick flag pull as is brought in by Neal. And this one concludes. The champions are the Verdugo Hills Dons. Darren Fitzgerald and the young girls have the first ever LA City Section Championship.
Wow. Congratulations to Coach Fitzgerald, Coach Nachita, also Principal Barcinas, Tammy Ravel, the athletic director. I mean, to get behind these young ladies, to get behind this coaching staff and have it culminate in a LA City Section Championship, first ever. We've talked about it all day, partner. Truly historic. And you're heartbroken for Sylmar, the season they've had, but you are so excited and pumped for these young ladies of Verdugo Hills.
I am happy. I am really thrilled that the Spartans did show their mettle late in the game to make it a ball game. Here's some highlights as we go out. This was a great play, and you love number 13.
Yeah, Juliana Sarabia, playmaker on both sides of the ball. This was probably my play of the game, beating 4 defenders for the Spartans to take it to the house. Her teammates are pumped up. One of the biggest things we probably didn't talk enough was the smiles today with all these positive plays for both teams. And then we saw the quarterback in Leslie Hurtado, a perfect dime to Mia Seja, helping Sylmar get back in the game in the second half. Look, between coverage, Seja number 1, what a connection they've had all season. As you see Hurtado again, perfect placement right on number 1, and then Seja doing the rest. Tremendous second half by Sylmar fighting back. It just wasn't enough here, but how about the effort by Quintero, making it very close. They needed the conversion to make it a one-score game. They couldn't do it. But Sylmar, nothing to hang their head about. They came out fighting, especially in that second half. What a ball game.
Well, Chris, that's going to wrap up this one. The Division I championship. History is set. Verdugo Hills, the Dons, are the champions, 29-20 over Sylmar, and they do it from the 10th seed spot. A 10th seed is our champion. For Chris, I'm Randy. We'll see you next time on our Pacific Surfliner Game of the Week. Goodbye, everybody, from Lake Balboa.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, Mom. I'm on my way home now.
Great. How's traffic?
Like you wouldn't believe.
Oof. Should I call you back?
Nah, just making a quick stop now.
Good. When do you think you'll get here?
Friday commutes. You know how they are.
Okay, we'll drive carefully. See you in a few hours?
More like half an hour. I'm actually on the train.
Oh, that's a nice surprise. See you soon.
See you soon.